So as a driving instructor, this is my top tip to help you avoid getting in trouble with the police. As soon as I mention what this is, there will be instantly a divide between people, those that do understand the rules and those that don't. The subject is overtaking on the left. If you haven't seen me before, my name's James. I'm a driving instructor in Norfolk, ex-army, ex-trucker, now driving instructing. So please do feel free to like and subscribe. Much like my facial hair, knowledge and understanding of overtaking on the left is fast disappearing with the presence of social media and people spreading myths that other people regularly believe. Just because you have heard something online does not mean it is true. If you look at any official source from either a driving school, RAC, anything that you can find official online, you will only find 3 instances in which you can overtake on the left. So let's run through those. The first, like I'm here, I'm on a one-way street, so I am okay to overtake the red car on my right using the left-hand lane. This is one of the occasions you can overtake on the left. You must, of course, be cautious. Occasion 2, when a vehicle in front of you is signalling to turn right and there is room to pass on the left. So in this case, if there was room to pass this car, this would be acceptable to overtake on the left. And the last one is when you are in slow moving traffic. Now, this is where people do like to take the mickey with the rules. It's pretty clear. Congestion, slow moving traffic, such as what I'm showing you in this video, it would be okay to keep up with your lane, even if that means overtaking vehicles on the right. So let me give you a very quick example from a recent driving lesson. My learner here was approaching in the left-hand lane and about to overtake traffic on her right. She is not keeping up with her lane. Her vehicle is simply moving faster than the traffic on the right. So she is not permitted in these circumstances to overtake on the left. If she did so and was seen to do so by a police officer, she would very likely be pulled over and either have a conversation or potentially issued with a careless driving charge, 3 points on the license, £100 fine minimum. So of course, at that point, I stopped that from happening. So many people feel that in these circumstances, my learner could have continued because she's not breaking the speed limit and simply overtaken in lane 1. That apparently keeps everything flowing better. That would not be allowed. If you still don't believe it, I'm quite happy to share a video from Ashley Neal. I don't watch his videos, but one came up that took my interest, so I watched it. And it was about a lady that got pulled over on motorway because she maintained her speed in lane 1 and overtook traffic in lanes 2 and 3. She was immediately pulled over by the police. That should dispel the rumor that if you don't break the speed limit, you will not be pulled over or charged for undertaking. And that is not true. Unfortunately, there are even driving instructors spreading this rumor. So this is one I found online. Advanced Driving School had said to a commenter, if you don't break the speed limit, it's generally fine. And that's not true. There's nowhere in the highway code that says this. So I challenged that and said, could you show me where in the highway code it says this? To which I've had no reply. That's a surprise. So despite that, despite GCM, which is a police channel, he said you cannot overtake on the left on the motorway, except of course in the prescribed conditions. Despite all of that, despite on the CPS website it being listed overtaken on the inside as an example of careless driving, despite all this, people think they can just do it. So the reason it is classed as driving without due care and attention on many occasions is because it's actually not that difficult to remain behind traffic that's in your right-hand lane. If you look at the clip I showed you earlier, as my learner is getting to the point where she may overtake on the left, actually in that clip I was saying, don't overtake, don't overtake. And when she went to, I used the brake pedal. So you have 3 pedals in your car, one of which is called an accelerator. Now we call this the gas in the industry. And believe it or not, when you start to raise that pedal, that decreases the speed of your vehicle. So it is possible to be going faster than something in lane 2, see that you're about to overtake and adjust your speed so that you don't. That is called driving with care and attention. Overtaking on the inside is dangerous. If you have someone that is in either lane 2, lane 3, overtaking lane of a dual carriageway, it is reasonable to assume they are not paying enough attention. As I had with a vehicle I was following last night on the way back from Ipswich, the vehicle not only have a tail light out, but is clearly in lane 2 when they are really better to be in lane 1. Rather than get up behind them and start to overtake on the left, I just sat behind patiently until I was able to overtake. That again is driving with due care and attention. So my top tip as a driving instructor when it comes to overtaking on the left is to use your right foot. That is the foot that can keep you from overtaking someone on your right. If you are gaining on someone in the lane to your right and about to overtake them on the left, unless you are in those circumstances that we chatted about earlier, release the gas and if necessary, do use the foot brake. That could cost you a lot of money if you don't. But one final look at the clip that I talked about. If you look at the point where we're about to overtake on the left, we are not in a one-way street. We are not in slow moving traffic where our lane is moving slower than the lane to our right. And we do not have vehicles ahead signaling right to turn right, allowing us to pass on the left. So we do not overtake on the left. Get your popcorn out, enjoy the comments on this one, because again, even though there's all the evidence pointing to this is how the rules work, there will be too many people that still don't get it. Enjoy, get your popcorn out, have a look, see what happens. Make sure you follow the advice if you want to avoid police attention.